Hey folks, this is SollyJo from WoodUbend. Today I'm going to show you how to remove a WoodUbend safely if for whatever reason you pop one on incorrectly like I have done here. I did this during the Dixie Belle Live. I put it on crooked, so now we're going to take it off. So, very lightly heat the WoodUbend with your heat gun, and to test whether it's warm enough, just keep prodding your finger. That's not quite ready yet, so I'm going to keep on warming it. Always keep your heat gun moving so you don't scorch your WoodUbend with the heat gun. If you're using a hairdryer, you can get right up to your WoodUbend moulding. So that should be soft enough now for me to just start to prise that off the surface, and you can use whatever you want to lever it off the surface. So I'm just levering it off the surface. The glue has now warmed up and is loosening. I'm doing it very gently. Come back with a little bit more heat. So just coming in and slicing the glue off. I have sliced a little bit of the WoodUbend moulding off. Just shaved it off the back. I'm just going round all different angles so that I don't break it or snap it. But if I did snap it, I would be able to fix it, of course, because WoodUbend mouldings are fixable. Prising it off, and there we have it. So I'm just going to get some of this off the surface. So whilst it's still nice and warm, I'm going to get my wood glue back on it. I've just discovered quick and thick tight bond, and I'm loving it. So I'm going to get it all over the back of my moulding. Now this has got this little sprouty thing there, so don't really need to use a brush, to be honest. And as I'm working, I can feel that the moulding is starting to go cold. So now I'm just going to spread the glue around the back of the moulding with my finger. And place it on the drawer properly now. There you go. I'm going to heat it up some more. And now you can see there, you see that bit there? I press that down on the surface. Pressing it down, nice and firmly. I'm going to show you how to chop these little bits off as well. And you can see all that lovely glue squidging out there. I'm going to come back in with a baby wipe and wipe away the excess glue. You can use a Q-tip. You can even use a wet paintbrush. Just test it. Yeah, that's warm enough for me to now come in and cut that off there with my Stanley knife. And I have made, my cuts are not perfect, so we'll come back and sand that and just sand it. I'm going to take some really coarse sandpaper, sand it down. So you can see how you can sand the WoodUbend mouldings, reshape them. You can bend them when they're warm to fit to your surface as well. And then I'm going to come in with a super fine piece of Rad Pad, my surf prep, and just smooth everything over that I've just done. Now, I want this to go. I'm popping this little diamante hardware in here, but as you can see, the screw is too short to go through and go all the way through the moulding. So I'm going to open this hole up a little more so I can sink the diamante top. So I'm going to make that opening wider there with my drill. There you go. Let's see if I've opened up the hole wide enough for the diamante, and yes I have. So can you see it's actually sat in the WoodUbend moulding there. And once I get my screw in the back, that little drawer, I can paint it. So there you have it. See you soon.